Hello, very warm welcome. Today we're looking at another LeetCode question, which is linked list in binary tree. Now this is a medium question in LeetCode, and what this question says is that given a binary tree and a linked list with a head node, we need to return true if all the elements of the linked list starting from the head corresponds to the some downward path connected in the binary tree, otherwise return false. Okay, nice. This is interesting. So here what we need to say, what that actually means is that given a tree, we need to see that given a linked list as well, whether that linked list is somewhere present in the list or not, right? What I mean by that is that if you look at this particular tree, right, we are given a linked list called 4 to 8. Now we need to see that whether do I have a 4 to 8 in this tree or not, right? So if I look at this thingy, I have 4, 2, but I don't have an 8. So this is not there. I don't see a linked list being a subset of the binary tree on the left node. But if I look at this side, right, I do have a subtree which follows that pattern. So I have a linked list which turns out to be a subset of a binary tree in a same sequential downward trend, right? I think this is fairly easy to understand. Now I think the important part is how we are going to approach this problem, right? This again looks like a depth first search approach, wherein what we need to do is we need to kind of iterate through each and every node and try to first compare that node with the head node. If that matches, then we need to see that okay, if I go towards the downward trend, do I have the corresponding matches or not, right? So what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to create. I think what I'll use recursion as well, but I'll just keep things simple, right? Let me first write down the base scenarios. If root is null, that means there is no binary tree. I can simply return false, right? Now the next part is if say my head node value is double equal to my root dot val, right? If this turns out to be true, I need to validate a sequence. I need to validate the downstream sequence. So validate downstream sequence, right? And what I'm going to pass is head and root. Right? Simple. Now, if say this turns out to be true, I need to return. Overall, I can directly return true. I don't need to go further, right? So I'll say if this turns out to be true, return true, right? Now, say this doesn't turns out to be true, right? So if I look at this example, my head node is 1 and my root node is 1 but my head node is 4. So this is not true. What I'll do is I'll go towards the left node and the right node and see whether that is matching with the head node or not. So I'll say return is subpath. Head will remain the same because I'm right now searching for the first head node which falls under the downstream path or not. And I'll say root dot left and or is the path head comma root dot right. So I hope you are able to follow this. So what I'm trying to say here is that okay, my root node in this case is 1, right? And my head node is always say 4. I'm saying if 1 is matching with 4 or not. No, it is not matching, right? Then I'll say okay, this is of no use for me. I'll go to this node and this node. I'll say whether these nodes are matching or not. So my left or right are both are matching with the head node or not, right? In this case both are matching, right? If both are matching, I'll go inside this. I'll try to validate the downstream path. What that means is I'll see our downstream which is matching with the entire linked list or not. Say it goes for this one or this path, right? Both the ways. I'll go and validate that. If that turns out to be true, I'll simply return true. Otherwise, again what I'll do is I'll go to the next I'll go to the next node. What does mean? I'll go to this node and see if that is matching with 4 or not. I'll go to this node, this node, this node, this node, this node, right? This is how I'll go around. If at the end of the day I'm not finding anything, I'll just simply return false, right? Now this will take care of finding the head nodes which are equal to the root values which are present in the tree. but I think more important is to find out whether do I have validates and I do have valid subsequence or not, right? So I say public bool validate, let me just copy it, subsequence. I say list node head comma pre-node root. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say whether my root node is again null or not, right? Because I'm going to do left and right? If that is turns out to be true, I'll see do I have a linked list which is empty or not as well. So I'll say return head double equal to null or not, right? So if root is null and my linked list by that time is also null, that means both are same, that I can return true, right? If that is not, then I'll return false. Now what I'll say is if my list node is still having a value and I don't have a root, linked list is not having a value and I have a root which is having a value, then also I need to simply return false. These are the boundary conditions I'm trying to kind of address. Is double equal to null, that means linked list has no values now and root is still having a value because I passed this condition of line number 41. I'll say return false, right? Because I have a root node which is still having a value. What I'm going to do next, right? My next will be my head dot val is not equal to root dot val. That means then and there my downstream path fails. I can return false, right? Example wise, if I'm traversing through this path, my 4 matched, my 2 matched, but if I'm coming to this one, this is not matching, right? Then I can then and there terminate the whole sequence. I can return false, right? Now this is where I need to just say return. If this all turns out to be true, that means I have the value of the list, linked list, and I have the value of the node which is matching. I'll say validate downstream path again, but in this time I'll pass the head dot next. That means I have already taken care of my current node. I'll say root dot left, or or this has to be true for the right node as well. Any of those two works for me because it really doesn't matter whether it goes towards the uh, left part of it or it goes towards the right part of it, right? What is important is whether my values are matching or not, right? Whether my values are matching or not, right? So if say I am at say this matched, I'm saying okay, try to go left or right. If any of these two matches, then I'm still fine. That's the reason I'm saying tree dot left, tree dot right. Both are with respect to head dot next. That means I'm looking at the 8th value right now. Right? I think this should be good enough. This should do the trick because we are kind of covered all the scenarios which we can think of. Let me quickly run this code and see what is happening. Okay, I got the wrong result. Let me see what mistake I did. So I'm doing left and right. If head node is not equal to this. Oh, this should be true, right? Okay, so I think this is the blunder which I've did. If I am at the fag end of my linked list, right, and I am still in a situation wherein all my values are matching, that means I can simply return true, not false. That was my bad, right? So uh, just to give an example, right? I think just to ensure what we're saying is right. So if I'm looking at this example again, if I'm iterating through this, right, I found I'm till 8th, right? My linked list values ended with 8, right? But the root is still having a value 3 and 1, right? So if I come to the next one, right, this condition will still be true because I have a value say 3, right? And if I go to the next step, I don't have any value in the linked list because I've already exhausted the values which are there in the linked list, right? But if you see, I'm already at the end of it, right? I've already finished traversing through all the values which are in the linked list. So I can simply return true because anyways I'm going to return false if the values are not matching at the any steps. And here what I mean by here what is happening here is I completed the each and every nodes which are there in linked list and I'm at the end of that linked list, but I still have some values in the root. Still have some values in the tree, but that really doesn't matter because I've traversed through my linked list. I have all the value matching in the tree, and I can simply return true, not false. So that's the catch which was here. Let me run it now. I hope you understood uh, the mistake which I did here. Okay, now I'm getting the expected results. Now let me submit it. So in a way, I think what I did was it was always going to return false actually. It will never return a true statement. Cool. So the solution accepted now. I hope you kind of understood the explanations here. In case you still have any questions and doubts, please do reach out to me in comment section. In case you like the explanations, please do hit the like button. And in case you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.